Okay, my job of today. This outboard motor right here. It's a 1998 Evinrude 115 SPL. Takes premix oil, does not have the oil pump, which that's what I wanted. Again, it's a 1998, and we'll show you where it's going. I had it since last July. Today it's April 15th, 2022. Ever since July, I had it on the other side of the camper there, just covered up, waiting for the end of the season, the end of the boating season last year. Sat there over winter, and took the boat out of the slip in October. And the boat is over here. I just put new seats in it. Ordered from pontoonstuff.com. Excellent company to deal with. Awesome customer service. So I got new seats up there, new covers for them. I have another company, local company here in Hawley, Pennsylvania, Lake Wallenpaupack. Marlis Custom Canvas. They're going to put a whole new canvas top on it, so it's nice and protected over the season while it sits in the slip. Here's the motor I'm taking off. This boat is a 1999. It's a Lowe Suncruiser Trinidad 240, and the motor that I bought the 1998 because it's period correct for this boat. The motor that's on it is a 1984 90 horsepower. It runs, but it doesn't idle very well. I did a compression test last year, and it's got one cylinder that's bad, pretty much 0 psi. All the rest are registering right around 120, 130 psi. So it runs, it gets up and goes, it runs pretty decent, but it does not like to idle at all. I have to pop it into neutral just to let it idle. Once it's in gear, it just wants to stall out, so it's a real pain in the butt when we're pulling up to a fuel dock or into our slip, and going slow. It's very difficult with this. So I'm probably going to tear this apart and do some work to it and just sell it, or I'll sell it as is. So I can also post some videos of this running from last season. So anyway, I'm here by myself today. The reason I put that new motor way over there, we'll walk back over there in a minute. And this is because I'm by myself today. So I'm going to see what I can do on my own. Just do some engineering, some rigging here. Got this branch here, and the boat is right over there. So I'm going to pull the boat out, back it right into this area. I'm going to put a come along in the tree there, and hoist off the old engine and hoist on the new engine. I hope that little limb there, it's about maybe 6 inches right in the crevice there, maybe 5.5 to 6 inches in there. I think it should hold it just fine. These motors are, I guess, in the neighborhood of 400 pounds, somewhere around there. So once I get that all rigged up, I'll show you what that looks like, and maybe we'll film the process. Okay, here's where we're at now. I got all the electrical disconnected from this side here, the starter cables coming from the battery, and all the other electrical connections. And then around on the other side, the throttle and choke disconnected. I got the steering disconnected. So now I'm ready to loosen these bolts here. See how they come out. So far everything's working out really well. Okay, so to make it a little easier, I just unhooked it from the back and tilted it over on this log here. So my plan after this, when I'm done getting everything all rigged up and everything. I'll put my little basket, my receiver hitch basket on the back, and I'll back up to it and just heave it into there and take it home. So now I'm going to pull the boat away, and I'm going to go over to the area where the other motor is. Past those jet skis there, I'll back up to there, and I'll see if I can somehow get it on here without having to hoist it up in the tree. The nice thing is this trailer, you know, it's lifted all the way up in the front, which makes it pretty easy. I'm right at the right level here. So if I do have to lift it up a tad bit just to get this lower lip here right over the transom, I'll just have to give it some oomph and get it up on there. So I'm going to try that before I deal with hoisting it up. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I have the new motor hanging up in the tree here. I have the chain up there, I have the come along, cranked it up, got the stand out of the way, and now I'm going to back the boat up. So far everything's going smooth. Might be a little stuck in the ground a little. Barely. Yeah. I'm on this side of the trail. Am I speeding up to it?
About.
What?
About.
Tell me when to stop.
You gotta go a little bit that way. Yeah.
What, center?
I think so. About, yeah.
Center? How much?
Like not even a foot. Not even a foot. Yeah.
Straight back from there? Center?
Yeah.
How far am I from the motor now?
Like 15 feet. Like 12 feet, 10 feet, I don't know. 6 feet.
How
Like 6. Is that like 3 feet? Stop. Stop.
Right there?
Yeah.
Am I touching it?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm pretty center?
I'd say so. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I can move it around from there. About to see that tree over there. All right, so now we're gonna get this rigged on. Hopefully that goes just as good as the other one. So I'm gonna tilt this so I can get the back of the boat low, so that the motor, so I don't have to lift the motor up any higher from here, because I don't want it to be too high. But I'm gonna disconnect the boat and tilt it back, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right. Okay, we're getting down to the moment of truth here. Got the motor all hooked up. This motor, I should show you this first. Since the old motor was an 84, I had this old style plug on it, and that was spliced into the controls, which were from 1999. So the newer style uses these Deutsch connectors. So I got the harness from this motor here, the wire harness and the controls and everything, but I wanted to keep the controls I had. So luckily, since I got the harness, I was able to get this Deutsch connector here. But for now, I just spliced it in just with some electric tape, just to make sure everything works, and then I'll be doing proper splices right when I see that everything works. So this is just temporary, of course. So I'm gonna get ready to fire this up. I'm gonna put the Mickey Mouse ears on here, get the water on, and we're gonna see if this baby turns over. All right, so this is the moment of truth. We're gonna try to fire up the engine. I have the fuel primed, I have the battery on. Not so sure if the throttle linkages are all connected right. Yeah, I might have to make an adjustment on that, but I'm going to try to start it without giving it any choke or anything. I just want to see if it cranks. I know the trim works, so we're just going to go slow and see what happens. All right, so that's a good sign. Give it some choke. Alright, so I think the throttle might not be right. Do that again. I don't think I was in gear right. Is that water still running? Alright, we know it works. So now that's the throttle cable. So I'm going to mess with that for a little bit. And we'll be back. Alright, so I didn't have the throttle linkage tightened right back there, so I got it all good now. We're going to see what happens. Start it right up. So it's running good, it's just idling a little high. So it's much better than it was. It's at least connected, so now I just need to throttle that down a little. it.